here we go, guys, the day we've been waiting for. I finally gotten this Camaro buttoned up pretty nice, and I wanted to offer it to Sir Spatts. I enjoy his channel, and I've been a sub of his for a long time, and it was so nice to see him comment the other day that I thought, what the heck, I was going to put this car up for my subs anyhow, but let's put it up in Sir Spatts' honor. Yay! Cheers to you, Sir Spatts, and Happy New Year, buddy. Anyway, come on. As you see me monkeying around on the left-hand side with the different setups, they may come with the car, I'm not sure. They might be part of it. And you do want to just check that out a little bit before we get started. But this is the car that I'm giving you. And as you'll see as the video progresses, I do a full check with Windows Defender, so you don't have to worry about any kind of viruses or any monkey business like that. I know getting cars online can be problematic at times, especially if you go to sites that are suspicious, if not totally bogus on their own. But I set mine up to MediaFire. Anyway, let's get going in a minute. I'm adjusting the mirrors, as you can see, get that squared away nice, and off we go. Now we're going to start out at 10% turbo, pretty sure, but you're going to see that we're probably going to need 20% as we do a little drifting. If you don't set up your turbo up and turbo down, which I will show you in just a little bit, you're going to have a mediocre car. I mean, it might be okay against stock Assetto Corsa cars. You might stand a pretty good chance of winning a few races. But Squonkie daisy chains 4 to 5 turbos together at different RPM ranges where they come in. And so you get a really beautifully smooth blended amount of power that's always usable, but is extremely powerful. So you really have to, you have to learn how to use it to your advantage. If you just think you're going to hot foot one of these cars or just jump on it with 100% turbo, you're not going to have fun. You're not going to like it at all, because it is going to be like jumping on a bucking bronco that is really pissed off and doesn't like you at all. But now you give it a little couple of sugar cubes, a pat on a forehead, and tell it you love it, and be nice to the thing, and you're going to find it's a whole nother ball game. Now here's a nice thing about the track AR is you can turn your head around and back the car up. Natural point track IR, I should say. Now here's 20%, guys. I think you'll see that makes a difference. There we go. Now you're going to have a good time. Now listen to this. Just a little ass happy. Not terrible, but you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to the sounds, the feel. I would suggest do not wear shoes, do not wear sneakers, socks only, or bare feet. It's best to have, you want to have that much control over what you're doing, because otherwise it's not going to work for you. Now, I'll also let you know that damage for Assetto Corsa must be shut off for any of my cars, or you're simply going to blow the tires up within about 1.5 feet, or take the engine out of it, or the transmission. It's not going to work for any length of time. These cars are just not set up for stock Assetto Corsa. But it's so easy to do, and I'm going to show you in a little bit, and you're going to love it. Now, I think, again, I had the mic off. I was doing some work with Steve George yesterday, trying to get my sim rig a little better, and for whatever reason I realized I don't have any mic at all today. So I've got to go back in and take a look at that. So I'm doing another voiceover, guys. What the hell? It's not as easy to do when you're looking at this 4x4 screen on my MacBook Pro, but hey, we're going to get by. And I went through and did all the car skins. Some have different license plates. While I'm thinking about it, I included 2 drivers, not video drivers, but the drivers for the car. They are in a folder, in the data folder, and it's well marked. All you have to do is place them in your driver's folder, and you will not get any errors that they say driver not found. So you're going to be good to go. If you don't have the Euro Driver 2 or Ben Collins, you will have them now. So in a moment here, we're going to stop this rambling about and get back to what we should be doing. But I was talking to you guys, having a good time, and letting you know that I do not monetize, nor do I have any interest in it, because the good Lord Jesus takes great care of me. He supplies all my needs according to his riches and glory. And I don't want you to have to be irritated to the hilt with these asshole ads. I don't like them myself. I don't watch television simply because, well, not only because of the ads, but I don't watch television ever, period. Haven't for years. And from what I'm seeing, I'm not missing out on a thing. Watch this. Well, you got to have a little fun, and that's what this is all about. So, hey, Sir Spatts, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to see your comment the other day. And your very, very kind words about all this crazy driving. But you're going to have fun, man. Let yourself have fun. Now, I hope you will come and get this car and just enjoy it. Do spend about a half an hour, 45 minutes just getting used to it, though, please. And make sure that you're set up right off the bat. It should be pretty close, but make it nice. Make it nice. Take a good look at it. Look where the wheels are. Make sure that the wheels are happy for you and the camber is proper. It's just slight things you have to do. Because look at the size of the tires you got on the back. Now, that's like Indy race car tires. And as you'll see, when you lay down rubber on the road, they're going to be wide like that. And you may notice on the side of the car, see, I'm 67 years old, so when my dad used to get Playboy magazines, I would race out quick to get a hold of them. And I remember the cover of one of them being that one right there, where the girl's in the water with the little Playboy thing. Now, I thought that kind of stuff was kind of cool. Now I have an idea it's probably not so cool, but there's your hideaway headlights. And that car, as you know, is from Donnie here at Small Block Hero, so he gets all the accolades for that. Now, it looks like I'm ready to show you how to start doing some of this stuff. It is a pisser doing it this way. CM showroom. Okay. Now, here I'm explaining to you why the tires look like a fat-ass lady bending over to pick up a poodle. But the truth of the matter is, in the 3D editor, back when I was barely learning how to do this, I didn't realize how many layers of the wheels you had to resize to make it normal looking. The only way I could get them in the game the way I wanted them was to way oversize the bastards, and then they would fall into place. It's kind of like instead of throwing a baseball, you're throwing a basketball. You got to throw it up in the air to get it down into the hoop. Well, I had to make them extra big to get them the size that I actually wanted. Anyhow, you're going to see, here's your new driver. You don't have Billy Taylor in there anymore. He's Euro Driver 2, and as I told you, I do give you that KN5 just to be placed in your driver's folder, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm just trying to cover the bases for you so that you don't have any problems and nothing suspicious. Now, as you see right here what I'm doing, I'm showing you that's where those two are. There's your KN5s for both of them. And watch, I highlight both of these rascals and copied them. And now I'll show you where they go, just so you know. This is a little awkward doing this after the fact, but right under your cars folder, see right underneath it is drivers. Now what that means is all the drivers for Assetto Corsa are stored here. So what you're going to do is just place the buggers in there. Now they're already there for me, but for you, they may not be. And at least you're going to save yourself not being able to use the car due to the fact you don't have a driver. You'll say, I do have a driver. He's right there. I know, but it has to be in here in order for it to work. I didn't know that for a long time because the Assetto Corsa is not just a game, it's a simulator. And it has rules and regulations and shit has to be in the right place. Okay, so here's what I did. I think. I'm staring at this. Looks like Nats playing baseball. It's a real pisser trying to do it this way, but I'm doing hey, here's my glasses. This might be a help. That brought a whole new world into the fucking focus. Oh, excuse me. So what we're going to do, by looks of things, this is a real pisser, is use Windows Defender to make sure that there's absolutely zero threats. There's the date, there's the time I did it, there's the files, everything's happy, you don't have to sweat it. And to think I paid some asshole $800 a year for Windows Defender years ago. Oh, boy, was I a friggin' sap. Anyway, here we go. Compressing the car down to what you're going to get from MediaFire, so you're seeing it before your very eyes. No suspicious bullshit at any time. One thing you're going to come to know about me is I tell the truth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. I don't shade it in any direction, and I don't deliberately do anything to harm a soul. I know the language can get a little rough, but I'm working at that. And we won't go into the ins and outs of it because that's more, you're not interested in that crap. But you would like to get the car, and this video is not that long. It's 16 minutes and 13 seconds long, so we're getting right onto it. I wish I knew what the hell I was talking to you about now because it's a real pisser doing it like this. But thank you for bearing with me under these asinine circumstances.
Wiggle the mouse, Humble. Wiggle the mouse so I know what the fuck's going on here, buddy.
He's busy talking to you, and you can't hear a friggin' word. Son of a bitch. Well, be that as it may.
Humble, what are we doing, man? It's hard to do it this way, knucklehead. Why don't you just say goodbye to the people?
Here I get food barred by the machine. I'm sorry, guys. This could have been such a nice video if I hadn't have fucked it up. But the proof of the pudding is going to be in the settings. So we come over to the settings, and we see the way I have the friggin' audio set up, so hopefully you can still hear me when the cars are running, which now you can't hear me at all. And we go to Assetto Corsa, and we go to controls. Now, there's your first palette of controls. Go to buttons. Now scroll down just a wee bit.
Come on, Humble, scroll that mother.
See where it says turbo? Increase and decrease. Now on a G27, I have 3 red buttons right on the left side of my steering wheel. I use the top one and the bottom one for the increase and decrease, and I use the center one to turn the lights of the car on and off. Very easy left-handed, because I'm shifting with the right hand. Now, obviously in England you'll be doing it the opposite way. So just do whatever works for you, but you need to equip turbo up and turbo down, or you're not going to enjoy the car. You're just not. You can't run turbos all the time on it. It's just ludicrous. It's way, way, way too strong. You won't have fun with it. So once you get that done, you're in pretty good shape. And the only other thing you have to do is sneak down here to the bottom, under the car. See the 3 balls, or little dots? Come up here, and this is where you adjust Assetto Corsa itself, the parameters that'll work for my creations, or the remodded cars that are way too strong. You got to take all the extra helps off, and especially damage. Take damage off completely. You can't have any. And if you like, it's so easy to make a little setup that you save with a like this says right here, Pro Humble chipset. Just make it a name that you know that it works for my cars, and then you could just choose that. You have stock Assetto, your own blend, whatever you want to, but just one click of a mouse, it sets the whole game up for you. Happy. Fuel consumption, tire wear, slipstream, but as you'll notice, traction control's off, ABR is off, no damage, absolutely not on. And you're good to go. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. It only takes a second. But it's a second that if you don't take, one, you're going to blow the tires right off the fucking car. Within seconds. The first whole shot you do pops all 4 of the tires and you're fucked. So I would say pay attention. Now look, you really are getting 15,687 horsepower. There's no bullshit to it, and there's the line of how it's going to be metered out according to RPMs. Again, learn to drive the cars and you'll have a ball. But do me a favor. Don't set up a whole bunch of Assetto Corsa stock cars and go out and beat the living dog shit out of them. I mean, you can if you want to for fun, but don't brag about it because they were never meant to race anything like this. These cars are meant to race with little car packs of their own that are similar in horsepower to give you one great, exuberant, and exciting, and it's a fucking ball. I mean, I get bored to death playing stock Assetto Corsa. I guess I'd have to be really drunk to enjoy it, to where you can almost not see it all. But I do enjoy this, and come on into Humble's world and have some fun. Looks like the video ended, so shit, I fucked it up. Guys, I'll see you. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.